Yo, this week I'm going to show you how I customized Morphed Shredder. So, a little something before that. This is when they were on Rangers in Space, and it's a crossover from the, what's it called, Next Mutation. And that's from the comic book that he's based on, because there's a comic book series. And so first, he didn't come with a sword, so I have this old 2003 Shredder sword. And I'm just adding, that's just cardstock, and I'm just gluing a piece on to kind of make it look a little more like the Saba sword from Power Rangers that's underneath me right now. So I glue that on with super glue. I put a clear coat on the handle, and now I'm covering Shredder with a clear coat. It's just a matte acrylic varnish. It'll be linked to an Amazon affiliate link down below. And I'm covering him, and that just works as my base so that everything else will stick to him when I paint him a little more later. And I did an unboxing of this guy, and I wasn't sure, I didn't think I was gonna customize him, but then I decided, yeah, why not? Now this is, you can see some blue in there, but it's mostly black primer, and I'm covering the parts I'm gonna paint gold and silver. But the handle I'm going to leave black, so that's why I left it with the matte varnish. Now, to bring out all the details, it's a black wash. It's just black acrylic mixed with water. And I'm trying to just get that in all the cracks and then wipe off the rest, but it was a little too thin, so I just add a little more black acrylic to that and stir it up, and then now it's getting better in the cracks and sticking a little more. So now, yeah, I'm trying to get, he's got a lot of scratches and little details on him. There's little symbols on his crest that getting the black wash in there, it really makes him pop out a lot more. And yeah, the wraps on his wrists really come to life with the black wash. Most of what I do is try to make them look a little more realistic and a little less like toys. This guy was already pretty good to start with, and thing is, he was 45 bucks. He's made by Hasbro, and he didn't come with any sword. That's why I had to make him a sword. And then I realized later the reason he doesn't have any weapon is because he doesn't have hands that hold weapons. He's got 2 fists and then 2 just open palm hands. And then he's got like lightning, I figure, because the lightning series coming off the claws. But for 45 bucks, he should have had a sword and a pair of hands that could hold a weapon, and maybe some lightning shuriken throwing stars. That would have been much better. I'd say he's equivalent to like a $30 to $35 NECA figure, so he should have at least had a weapon. Come on, for 45 bucks. But I'm still happy with him. And also his knees were yellow, and I realized while I was painting gold on the sword, I should paint his knees gold to match the rest of him. So that was just another little thing to bring it up a notch. And I already got all the, also I put black wash in like the cracks and, well, the details in his muscles to make that pop out more, and to add a little more to the green from different levels. Now I'm going around the swivelly part of the sword with gold. It was previously like, what color is that? Like a clay color, but now it's gold. So I just keep going back and forth with the gold until I get everything right. I wanted to go with a brighter, lighter gold, and then I poured it out, but I think I didn't shake it well enough and it was too oily, so then I poured out some of the cheap dollar store spun gold that I ended up using. And I would have loved to make like a little dragon to go on the end of the sword, but that's too small detail. I can't really work in that scale. I don't know how I would have made it or where I would have found something like that. A lot of the stuff I do is just with like found and cheap dollar store materials, or just stuff I find on the floor in my apartment or outside. I actually have like tons of materials just stocked up in shelves, and all my apartment is desks. I've got like 4 or 5 different desks and a bed and a couch and a small kitchen and washroom. Now I have some suede lace that I painted purple. It was the light beige color, and that's gonna act as a like belt loop to hold the sword, because he doesn't have any hands that can hold the sword. So that's why he didn't come with a sword, but they should have gave him another pair of hands and a sword and even another head, but I don't know what else you would do, what different head. And I thought he was done here. That's all I had planned to do, because he's super dope already out of the box, so there wasn't much. But as I was editing the video, I thought this is gonna be boring. I didn't really do too much, and I noticed when I was customizing him the first time, he has gold shoulder pads and they look sick, but they're totally hidden by the cape. So I cut off the edges of the cape, which he's got tattered at the bottom, but then perfectly stitched thick hems on the side. So I cut that off to leave a little bit of the shoulder pad showing and make it more tattered, like the whole cape is tattered, not just the bottom. And then I decided to go dry brush some silver to bring out the details more. I didn't do this the first time because I thought Power Rangers aren't wearing like metal. It's some weird space foam that stops laser blasts. I don't know. But then later I was like, but if Shredder has the powers, he's gonna have metal. And so I dry brushed silver on all the gold spots. Now I'm dry brushing black on the cape part, well, on the frayed parts of the cape. Yeah. So just a little bit of paint on the brush and dab some off, and then just wipe it on gently or roughly, or just trying to get a little bit of paint. I want to darken up the bottom of the cape and around all the holes and frays. So this is, the cameras were set up at my 3D printing desk, well, 3D pen printing desk that I had set up. So it's the different camera angles. And then one camera, they get the color a little different because I have 2 cameras overhead. But anyways, that's what he looks like. Thanks a lot for watching. Last couple of videos I had some sound issues. Hopefully they're fixed now, but thanks for sticking with me through that. And this is Morphed Green Ranger Shredder. He's been customized here on the On Green Show. I'll see you next week. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, peace. Always keep your head up. Bye.
Work smarter. I brought you here.
Well, at least you got question. Right.